Hi everyone, this video will look at how to use your graphing calculator to trace values, to find a value, a y value of a function, and then most importantly, how to find the intersection between two functions. So I went ahead and put in two functions, x squared minus 3 and 2x plus 3. And if I graph those, you can see one is a parabola and one is a line. Now, on your TI-84 CE, right, notice right here it says trace. So if you select that, it will stay on the given function. So here, notice in blue, it's telling me we're on the parabola. And then if I move the cursor around, it will stay on the function, giving you different x and y values, right? If you wanted to go to the line, just use the up and down and you can toggle. Notice, see, now everything is in red because I'm on the line and it will move on the line, right? That's different than just, some of you maybe when you press graph, just using your toggle buttons and saying, oh, right, I'm going to try to find it by just moving the cursor. That gives you a little bit more of a specific answer. Your calculator will also find specific y values. I love this one if you want to find y values quickly. If you go to second calculate, right? It's the same button, it's the trace button, but you're doing second calculate, and the very first thing says value. If you press enter, notice it's asking what x do you want me to find a value for. So let's say if we type in 1.5. and I press enter, right, it's now on the parabola and it's telling me that when x is 1.5, its value is negative 0.75. I can quickly find another value by just typing it in, 2.4, and press enter, and bam, it does that. I could do a 5.8. Now this, hopefully you think it's not going to be on my graph. It's not, but it's still giving me those values. So that's a quick way to evaluate y values for a function. And then lastly, the one that's probably the most important is to find the intersection. So here we've got two intersection places. So let's go back to our second trace, which is calculate. And number 5 here is intersect. So you can either arrow down or I'm just going to press 5. And now it's always going to ask you, is this the first curve? And you can say, right, it's saying, is this blue one the first curve? And you can say yes. And then it's going to say, is this the second one? Yes. If you only have two functions, you can just quickly do enter, enter. It's really more for if you've got more than two functions on there. And then the third thing it's always going to ask you is to make a guess. And that is to move your cursor somewhere near the intersection that you want. Because notice here I've got two of them. So let's say I want to find the one down here. I don't have to have the cursor exactly there, but as long as I am somewhere near it, closer than the other intersection point, and press enter, boop, it will tell me the intersection is negative 1.645751 and the y value that goes with it. If I wanted to find the other intersection up here, I would have to go back and second calculate. 5 is our intersection. That's my first curve, that's my second curve. Now my guess, I would want to make sure that I'm moving this close enough to that intersection point. And when I press enter, that's happening at my 3.64575. So that's a quick video on how to use the graphing part of your calculator to trace, to evaluate, and most importantly, to find the intersection of two functions.